Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's still here and
Kaleli, how are you guys?
good.
I haven't done long hair. Hi guys, it's Kaleli here. So I'll be doing Cecile's voiceover today. We just thought it might be easier for me to explain because I'm the one doing all the makeup. So I'm just removing any dirt or makeup residue from her face. A clean base is always helpful when you're doing makeup. Then prepping her skin, just normal moisturizer and serum. Pardon me. Then I go in with my favorite primer slash moisturizer, which is the Embryolisse Light Cream Concentrate. You can see I used a lot because I wanted to make her face look dewy, and that's my son crying in the background. Just used a brush to apply it all over her face, and I'll work it in with my hands. And yeah, I think she's enjoying it right now. Lol. Then I'm using a brow gel. Now you'll see that I stopped like halfway through this and then I baked her brows because when I moisturized her face, I moisturized her eyebrows too, which made it like really slippery. So I baked the brows to make it easier for the pencil. And just use my MAC spiked eyebrow pencil. I guess the trick with eyebrows is you want to follow the natural eyebrow shape. What I did was I just followed her eyebrow shape, the bottom brow first, and then I did the top just to make it look a lot natural, and instead of using like long strokes, I did small hair-like strokes. And then I just went over it while brushing through with the spoolie end of it to make sure that it's all blended in and it looks as natural as possible.
Like the cool blue light, like the cool blue light.
So for this part, I will be cleaning under the brows. So I feel like this part is one of the most important parts because you're cleaning the brow, you're making it look, I think, as sharp as, well, not really sharp, but you want to make it look nice. So if you've got any smudges or if you've overlined, you can just clean it out with a concealer brush and a bit of concealer. So right now I'm using my P. Louise base. I reckon it's probably the best eye primer slash base you could ever find. I mean, it's not that bad, it's about £10. I'm using 2 shades mixed together, shade 2 and 5 I think. And what I'm doing is, after cleaning her brows, I just move it towards the bottom for it to work as a base. Then using just some random tape that I got from Kmart, just to work as like a liner. I don't even know how to explain it, but you guys know what I mean. Going in with my favorite palette so far, the Stacey Marie Carnival palette by Be Perfect Cosmetics, the shade Funky all over the crease. And you can see me dipping back into the shade. I don't like to work with too much. I like to work with a little bit so I know what I can control. And instead of doing one eye first, I do both eyes so I can make it as so I can make them look as similar as possible. Moving on to my next shade, in the shade Foolish. It's like a darker pinky red. Just on top of the crease, and then the third shade, which is Wifey, which is a darker red, on to darker and deepen the crease. Now you'll see me holding all three brushes because for one shade I use one brush. The reason I do this is I like to go over each shade again. You'll notice when you're blending you might take away some of the color, so what I like to do is I like to go over the colors again. So I go over the first shade, then the second shade, then this third shade, and then I go on to the second, third, and first, second and third shade again. Then I am using the P. Louise base again in shade 0.5, which is a lighter, not really white, but it's a light shade to cut the crease. And that's my son playing in the background. So really taking my time here to cut the crease because I want to make them, you know, look like twins and not cousins. You can see I'm really struggling here and my back was starting to hurt because I think Cecilia was talking a lot and I was trying to focus at the same time. I have no idea what we were talking about here, but it looked funny. Now I'm going in with like a brown shade. Rowdy in the Stacey Marie palette. Excuse me, I'm eating, sorry guys. I'm just using it to deepen and blend out the edges of the crease so it doesn't look, you know, so it looks blended out and it looks seamless. You don't want to just cut the crease and leave it there because then, you know, if that's what you want to do, do you, but if you want to make it look nice. Now my favorite part, which is adding the color Mint on the crease. I'm really loving bold, pastel and bright colors. I haven't touched neon bright colors yet, but I want to get into that one day. So yeah, I'm taking my time with this, using a flat brush and just packing it. Instead of brushing it, all I do is I just pack it onto the lid. And then I will repeat it onto the next eye. And then probably go over a brush and blend out any harsh lines.
stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on 2 separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on 2 separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
So moving on to the base, I am just preparing her face and mixing her foundation. I believe I used the NARS Syracuse and another NYX. Forgot what shade she was in, but I mixed those 2 shades and I applied it all over the face with a flat brush. Instead of dotting it all over the face, I feel like this just, I don't know, for me this makes a better finish. And then I go in with a, my son keeps talking, sorry guys. I go in with a Real Techniques brush and I go over, it hasn't come to that part yet, sorry guys, I'm mumbling. It is 10 p.m. I woke up at 6 and I'm pretty tired. So here it is. I am just working it into the skin. I'm not really using circular motions, I am just pressing it in so it looks more natural. After I do this, I go in with a beauty blender just for that flawless finish. I do the same thing with the concealer. I use brush first, then a beauty blender, as you can see. We did not film what I used for cream contour, but I just used a darker foundation in my skin color. Can't even talk right now, but I just used that to cream contour, so you can see it just skipped straight through that. And then I baked straight away. I mixed 2 setting powders, the Sasha Buttercup and the RMCA, I think that is what it's called, No Color Translucent Powder. I mixed those 2 and I just set under her eyes, where everywhere I concealed, and then I cleaned up. I cleaned up her jawline just to make the contour look, I guess, I don't even know what the word I want to use. You will see here her camera ran out of battery, so we had to film on her phone. Basically, we're just finishing off the look. I just applied a lip liner, a nude lip color. I spritzed her face, added highlighter, added blush, went over her under eye again, and I did some finishing touches. She curled her own eyelashes, did her own mascara. I just added on the falsies for her, and yeah, that was basically it. Hopefully we will do another video with better quality in the end and better voiceover from me, but I hope you guys enjoyed this look. And just a quick FYI, I am just self-taught, I'm not a makeup artist. I just do this for fun, and yeah, that's basically all I'm gonna say. As Cecile would say, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow us on Insta. Peace.